Hello guys, welcome to the second to hello guys, welcome to another part of our class. Today we'll be looking at how to get our domain name and our hosting plan. But before then, I want to explain what a domain means and then what an hosting means. I know I've said it countless times, but I just want to bring it back again to refresh our memory. Now, a domain simply means your web address. That's just a simple terms for it. Anything that has to do with that ends with .com, .ng, .org, .net, .this, .that. That is what we simply mean by what the domain is, just your web address. Now, people will still ask, what is hosting? Now, hosting is like a storage place where all the content in your website are being stored. It's just about buying a storage space and putting all your web content into it. That's just a simple meaning of what hosting is. Now, without talking too much, we'll just dive into the practical class. Let's see how to get our domain name and our hosting plan. Now, there are different hosting server out there. There are different hosting server out there. There are Nigerians and there are foreign servers. Now, we recommend three foreign servers for you, or rather, four foreign server for you, and then I will also recommend two Nigerian server for you. Now, let's dive into it. The first recommendation I will give is Bluehost. Bluehost, and then the next recommendation I will give is Namecheap. Namecheap, and then the third one is GoDaddy. Go GoDaddy, and then the fourth one I will recommend is Hostinger. Hostinger. Now these are the four hosting server that I will recommend for you, which are the foreign hosting server that I'll recommend for you. Now, if we want to go into Nigeria, I will recommend two for you. Like I said, the first one I will recommend for you is truehost.com.ng. truehost.com.ng. Now, the second Nigeria server I will recommend for you is Go54. Go54. Before now, Go54 was Hugohost, but I think they actually changed the brand name to Go54. Now, for the sake of this our video, we'll be using. So, for the sake of this video, we are going to be using TrueHost for our practical class. Now, I love TrueHost more than every other hosting server because I've used it countlessly for my web project. I've also used others like Hostinger. I've also used Hostinger. I've also used. In fact, my own website is hosted with Go54, but then since I discovered this TrueHost, I have been using them and their service is quite okay. Now, moving forward, if you look at your screen right now, you're going to be seeing register a .com.ng. Now we have so many domains to buy. We have .com.ng, we have .com, we have .ng, we have .org. There are so many depending on what you want. So since we are building what's it called, the Udo NYCN website, we are going to be using .ng for our class. But note, .ng is only offered on Nigeria servers. Foreign servers does not offer .ng. So when a client tells you he wants his website to be registered with .ng, then as in his domain should end with .ng, then you have to use a Nigeria server, not a foreign server. But then even if it still tells you to use .com, you can still use Nigeria server depending on your choice. But then I prefer using, since I've never built a foreign website before, so all my clients has always been Nigerian based, so I have always used TrueHost for all of them, and it's serving me well. It is serving me well. Now, Moving forward, let's progress. We are building a website for NY. Let me use a lowercase, please. NY, sorry, NYCN Udu.ng. We can equally use .com.ng. So let's see the essence of session. Now if you look at it, I actually search, and the essence of session is to make sure that the site, the domain you are buying is available. That's the essence of what? Essence of session. Now there are people who go and register their businesses without even checking for the website, if the website has been bought, like someone else is using their business name for a website. There are people who build websites without registering their business, and there are people who register business without checking if the website is available. Now the reason why you have to check as a business person before registering your business is because in later future you might want to have a website for your business. Now when that time comes and then you go ahead and check, like we've already searched, and you see that it's available, and then you go and search and discover that it is not available, which means you will be in a state of confusion, because at that point, which other name will you use for your website? So that's why if you are registering your business, do well to check for the availability of that your business name on the web. Check if someone else is using it. Like for instance, no one can actually register my business again, remarkdigitech.com.ng. No one can register this thing. As you can see, it is not available, it's unavailable, so no one can get it because I have already paid for it. I have owned it to myself. So the same thing, if we pay for this NYCN dot that's the underscore udu.ng, no one, if we pay for it now, no one can go ahead to register this thing again. So let me not say too much, let's just dive into it real quick. This video is going to be long, so please be patient while watching it. Now the next thing we add to cart, so we've already added to cart, so we'll continue. Just click on continue. Please let me close it. So you see continue, click on continue. Now over here, you're going to be seeing some things here. You see DNS. Okay, before we talk about this, let's look at this first one here. Let me turn on the pen. Let's look at this. Take note of this when you are so you won't just continue going with so you won't just continue. So take note of this. Now over here you see no hosting, click to add. Now what this simply means is that there is no hosting for this domain yet, so we are going to click to add an hosting plan. So we are doing 2-in-1 video, the buying of the domain and then the hosting plan. Now over here we've already opened the hosting plan. There are different hosting plan here. There are different hosting plans. I think there are only 3, but Ugo host, which is a Go 5554, has other plans. You understand, they have other plans, so but there are only 3 here. So now we have the one of 2,500, but before you choose, don't just look at the money. Before you choose any of this plan, read through what they offer. Now if you look at this place, it said host 10 websites, but these are not my interest. My interest mostly is this storage. Now if you look here, you see that it is 30 gig SSD storage. Now if you buy this plan, which means if you whatever you are uploading on that website should not be more than 30 gig. Once it is 30 gig, your website, it can either shut down or it will be slow to open. So be mindful of it when you choose this plan. Be mindful of what you upload on your website. Now if you look at the second one, which is the 9,625 naira plan, you see that it has a 50 gig storage, and then if you look at this last one, it has an unlimited storage. So if you are building an e-commerce website, for instance, where you sell a lot of things, this last one is the best choice for you. If you are building an e-commerce website, an online store that you sell a lot of things, this last one is the best for you, trust me. But then if you are building just like the kind of website you want to build, it does not require a lot of things. The things that will be going into that website, I think, is just few videos, images. We can go with this one, or we can also go with this one, but because of the future, I will be going with the second plan, so that we can have a lot of space to accommodate videos, images, and other things that will be coming up later on. Now let's click on order now. I guess I'm talking too much, but it's just for you to understand what we are doing here. Now once you get to this point, just click on use. There is no much thing to say here. Okay, so over here we have the billing cycle. So if you choose 1 month, it means that every month you'll be paying this amount. If you don't renew it, your website will automatically shut down. That's why if you go to some website, you see it is they'll write something like under construction, or they will just write different things, or it will not even show at all. So depending on the server, there are some server that will just keep it under construction, so that people will have hope that this website actually exists. Now, but why some will just shut it down, nothing will open, it will show this web cannot be reached or something. So monthly we have 3 months, which is the quarterly, and then we have the 6 months, and then we have the 9 months, and then we have the biannual, which is 2 years. We have the 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years. Now over here you see a premium SL, which is the security for your website, but then it is not very important, but you can also go ahead and click on it. So let's go with 1 year. So we'll just click on continue. So you see right now we are paying, okay, at the end we'll see the amount we are going to pay. So I will just click on email forwarding, DNS, and then continue. All right, so we are here already. Now we have 94,500 to pay, and we have 13,500 to pay. Now once we get to this stage, you scroll down, and then register everything that is here. Just your name, your name, phone numbers, and all of that. But then I don't want to go through that stress of registration, so I just want to use my Google. So I will use any of this Google address here, and then continue. I don't want to go through those stress of filling up. You can also use your Google too. All right, so it said linked initiated, please complete your over here, phone number, address. I still need to fill. All right, so let's just put any phone number of our choice. Let's say 6357. So I don't know if this number exists. I will just put Abuja. All right, I will just put Abuja, and then I will still put Abuja here. I will just put any code. Okay, the ones that are optional, we'll just leave them. And then over here, marketing SMS optional, accept also. Then we'll just do calculation here. Yes, it's 11. Okay. All right, so I think that is all that is important. Let's still check again, so I will not come back to where we left. All right, so moving forward, we have okay, now there are 2 payment cards here. We have the MasterCard, but then I prefer using the second one because of other features that comes out. For me, I don't have a card, so I prefer using the second one. I love doing transfer. I don't have an ATM card. It's a personal thing. So we are paying 108,000 naira for this website. The website is not cheap. So we're paying 108,000 for this website. So we'll click on continue. All right, it's going to take a bit while. All right, so we are here. The next thing we want to do is to make payment. Like I said, I prefer using Paystack, so I will just continue. Now, this is the reason why I prefer using Paystack. Paystack has a card, Paystack has a bank, Paystack has USSD, Paystack has Pay Attitude, OPay. These are just the features that I love about it. But then I will use, let me use my OPay. Then I will just do auto, all of that. And once you're done, you can use your card. You can use your card to make payments. So once you're done with that, you can now, once you're done with that, you can now proceed to the next step. So this is the end of our video on how to get a domain name and an hosting plan. It is very simple. I know I said a lot of things, but it is very simple. If you watch this video to this stage, I want to congratulate you. You are especially welcome to the second phase of our training.